On Wednesday, so we've been in the ship for 2 days, 2 nights, and we've had so much trouble on the ship. Everywhere you go there's water dripping through the ceilings and buckets. It's quite chaotic. Apparently they had a fire a month ago and we've had a lot of bad luck.
At last. Pilot's farewell. The pilot's farewell.
Oh, very nice. Yes,
Charge. To produce, so then we have to all import this stuff here on the island. We have on your left again international restaurant around the world, and that is McDonald's. Mamma Mia on your right hand side. Mamma Mia, it is an Italian food. And if you notice, we're going over the bridge. This is actually a bridge, and in between here on your left hand side, you know, this is where the boat, they came all the way in, take the passengers from here over to the Sonesta Island, because this hotel, Sonesta Hotel, it is out of this Windmiller Park here on your right hand side, which she is the grandmother for ruling Queen from Holland, Winner Beatrix, Queen Windmiller Park. Over on your left hand side, here it is, we have the government manned the island. You will see the TV, but not on this side. It's not easily being seen on this side. On your left hand side, we have John F. Kennedy Technical School. This airport, it was opened in 1971, and right now they're very busy in upgrading the airport, which when this airport was being opened or invented at the time, tourism wasn't the way it actually is at this moment. So they realized that this airport is too much inconvenient for our flow of tourism, so they started to do something to get it much improved. So we are very busy working on it right now. Again, it is called the Queen Beach. Our own aircraft, which is called the Air Aruba. So at this time of the year, we roughly this time of the year on the LG Smith Boulevard, and we will be heading over to the northeast, getting water here in Aruba. So our water came from the ocean, salt water from the ocean, and this is a plant that recycles our water so that we can get it at home. This plant, it is 45 years old, And this plant, it supplies us with water per day, and it supplies us with more or less 14 million gallons per day, and that is the entire island. And it's a very, very huge water plant. In front it looks, well, a bit small, but it is a huge plant. Okay, we're right now here in Santa Cruz. This is the district of Santa Cruz, and Spanish name, the name Santa Cruz. It's not a Ayo rock formation. The reason why it is named Ayo, this area, it is also called Ayo, and Ayo in Papiamento, it means a distant way. Or for instance, if you're leaving, you know, let's say you
Aruba, and it's the natural bridge. They're very proud of it.
Yes, sir.
You can see the sunken German ship out there.
The sunken German ship. Ship. We're about to leave Aruba. Small island of the Dutch Antilles. Antilles, I'm sorry. say goodbye to Aruba. Airfield.
Any noise from the back?
On the right-hand side, in your glasses on the edge, there is a brown bird, brown and green bird. That's a green heron. We have this branch that is touching the water. The reason that is their technique for camouflaging. They used to stand motionless, stand still in the edge of the canal, and they feed on small flame predators, the aningas. They like to eat cannons. Very, very good.
So we got a lot of photos. We're going to show you that in the 2 hours of the photo. Just ask them because of the photo that they're going to contain it. They want it sustainable. There's an old dog canoe. Right in there. That big tree at the right hand side, blooming now. On the right hand side, the one on the right.
It's the osprey.
That's it. And then a lonely one at 1 o'clock. You find them?
Yeah.
You see them?
Back there, you find them?
What are they called? Howler monkey.
Yeah, inland, a little bit farther inland, there's 4 of them together.
And what's that blob over there?
Yeah, and a lonely one here.
Is that termite?
Way up in the tree?
Yeah.
That's an air plant. An air plant. Could be a fern or a bromeliad.
Can you see where they are?
There's 4 of them.
You see where it is, I guess?
No, howlers. Yes, ma'am, howlers.
Yes. Go straight up. Straight up. And you'll see them out on the side.
Oh, yes.
They are black with yellowish on the sides.
And when I are up, I'm not moving because...
Oh, please, right?
Yes.
Far within, you find it, everybody in this side? See them? There?
Yep.
You gotta go like farther inland, not in the edge, like farther inland. There is a white bark tree with many ones, like many forks coming out in the middle. But in the clear, on the top of the palm leaf in the middle. There's 4 of them together, 3 together, and only one in the left. 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 2 o'clock in the clear, on the top of the town. We're gonna turn around the boat so you can have a view in the other side. Donde como vamos a meter.
The water lilies.
It's spiders.
These are roots.
No, it's spiders came up.
Yes, well, many bugs, many insects, larvae, mosquitoes, they leave direction.
There was a spider on the web. He just this web.
Don't chill, guys.
Going in a bit closer.
Oh, it's fine. There's only one here on top, 1 o'clock. That's a big male.
Another monkey on the black tree.
Actually, I think there is...
That's it.
Look at the way that he used his tail. There he goes. You can see the yellow patches on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, like our captain is telling me, Cristobal. Yeah, they're just walk a little bit and then stop, and start feeding again and then stop. These monkeys are very active, but early in the morning, 5 o'clock to 9, 10 o'clock, and they just lay down the rest of the day to make their digestion, and then get active again like 3, 4 o'clock. There he goes up again. Now he's eating on the other fork. No rush, huh? And then 2 of them way on top. 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Now it's a nice view. Now we gotta clean. What are you doing back there? You find him? Just in the clear.
He just lifted his good.
He's made to the gallery. Could you get a snap from me? No. I can't get out. Can you do it for me?
Sure.
Just press.
Sorry, see the screen fly.
Top, where we used to see the other one, we were looking at the other one, almost right in front of the boat in the clear, way up in the top. They're moving now, they're easily now. See?
That's lovely. See? Nothing comes in there.
Claro. Nice one, bruh. Hablamos. See, in a few moments, at your right hand side, a black bird.
Press that button there, get fantastic.
You press it, that's it, that's it. That's enough.
It's right on top of the log, at your right hand side. That's a female. She has a brown neck. The male is entirely black.
How do you spell that,
Anhenga. Aninga. Aninga. Aninga, aninga. The common name is a snake bird. Because when they are swimming, they dive pretty good. When they are swimming, they just show their neck out of the water. So it looks like a snake for a distance.
It's a bit like a cormorant.
Yeah, it's related to the cormorants or something. Yeah. Cormorants. That's a nice dude.
Get both
She knows how to model, huh? No doubt. She has the longest neck and sharp, pointed bill. Some people like to call them darters, because when they are diving underwater, they ambush their prey and they snap their bills forward, like a trigger light, so their bill becomes like a dart. They feed on fishes, baby caimans also. Caribbean again, and then at your right hand side, that is what is left from an old town. When this town was flooded, they gotta move 50 people from this town, and right here, this is where the road ends, right here. So to keep on going over this canal has to be by boat or flying to Tortugero or the different villages along the way. It's like this, like 6 months, 7 months a year. We have a group of cormorants, good for 6 cormorants, 7 of them on top of that branch. And in the lower branch, those are the famous royal terns. Royal terns on the bottom and the neotropical cormorant on top. They are still brown. Sorry.
I don't know where it is from.
Para hablar en
Getting busy the canal. Sandwich turn. Yeah, sandwich, royal turn, seagulls. These are the common ones around. Spotted sandpiper. And sometimes sky. Those are black balls. Our Captain Cristóbal is gonna try to get you closer as he can. Right here on the base of this tree. Right here, follow from the water, the main trunk. Then you see this bunch of black spots in a line.
Oh yeah.
Those are bats, right here, right in front, in the water. Follow the main trunk.
Oh, look at these.
On the tree. On the main tree, on the main branch.
Keep it still.
I'm not very good.
Never mind, keep it still. Press it down.
Where am I looking?
At the tree with the little bats on. No, on the tree trunk.
Right between the roots that are coming down, right between those two roots that falls in the water.
I think it is.
Thank you.
The long-nosed bat.
Water in this direction, right underneath is his head.
I can't reach it.
Okay, you see the big banana tree here? The big banana tree. It has a purple flower. Go to the water and then move to the right hand side. Like 3 meters. And then there are 3 branches coming out of the water in a line together right underneath. Just his head, you can see.
He's facing away.
You're going back in your bus, number 1, number 2, and number 3 with your tour guides. So take your time when you're going out, watch your step. And you gotta go to the restroom before you go in the bus, please. There are 6 different ones. Any question left? No?
This is where we disembark.
So now you have a nice idea about what the lowland rainforest looks like. And we were very lucky today, really. The white-faced monkeys are very hard to see. The howlers are easily because they're always on the top, the treetops. The crocodiles were lucky because usually they come out when it's very hot to lay it on the open beaches. Lucky, nice. Now you're getting some Caribbean food over there.
Rica.
Water in way. And the head
garden and their ground about our Costa. A few weeks ago, I heard that
we are now about to enter the first lock on the Panama Canal. Now hooked up to the mules and being towed into the lock. The left thing gates are closing, now hook this open.
forest.
Parachutes. These are frigates. Panama City. Church with the golden altar. St. Jose Church. Yeah.
simply because the Humboldt current hits the Gulf from the south, and we have southern winds taking the warm water off the top. So that is prime breeding ground for white shrimp, which is what they call the prawns. If you look backwards toward, one thing I'd like to mention is this may sound strange to some of you. The fish, the reproductive circles, they're the reproductive cycles. Thank you. Now on your right is that statue I mentioned of Masculine. Facing the south, of course, once he discovered the southern seas.
What was the date of that then?
1523. No, sorry, 1513. Whoa, I nearly... Coast Guard, everything is put away from you, because they were normally used for hard labor. But in Panama City, there were no sugarcane fields, nothing like that. There was no farming or anything. This city ran strictly on gold.
The original Panama City, destroyed by Henry Morgan.
So 20 years after that, I mean, it's been about 15 years now, and it's still very good shape, as you can see. Anyway, we have found ways around everything. Normally, if you are employed by a bank, they have to pay by law for the Social Security fund, even if they know that it's broke and the money is going to somebody else's pocket. Have a pipeline that goes from the Atlantic to the Pacific, very close to the border with Costa Rica. And if you have a super tanker like the Exxon Valdez, you will come across, will come down from Alaska, you will go to the port of Puerto Armuelles, since the Culebra are on our
one of the original mules.
We cross from that way to this.
These of Cristobal and Colon, they wait their turn. The Panama Canal is one of the great achievements of modern engineering. Born in the days of the Spanish conquistadores, who were the first to cut a path through the Panama jungle. They called it El Camino Real, sparked construction of the Panama Railroad, and in 1855 it became the first Trans-Count Ferdinand de Lesseps, builder of the Suez Canal. They labored for 20 years until disease and financial woes finally the community of Gamboa, headquarters for the Canal Organization's dredging division. The division's large dredges are always at work to keep the channel clear and at a proper ding permits safe 24-hour operation. More than 13,000 vessels a year, representing many flags, transit the Panama Canal, carrying cargo and passengers between the great ports of the world. They called Culebra Cut. It was later renamed in honor of Colonel David D. Gaillard to widen the cut still further, increasing canal capacity by allowing virtually unrestricted traffic, where now only one-way daylight hour transits are permitted, and increasing safening the sailing time and distance can save a ship many thousands of dollars, even after paying canal tolls. Tolls are descent and is lowered from 85 feet to approximately 54 feet above sea level into the waters of Miraflores Lake. A mile further south at Miraflores Locks, it is lowered back to sea level in a final two-step operation. The actual transit of the canal takes from 8 to 10 hours. Normally, average time in canal water is the Canal Organization's administration building, which houses the offices of the administrator and other canal officials. Just beyond lies the city of Panama, capital of the Republic of Panama. Spanning the Pacific entrance to the canal is the Bridge of the Americas, one of the world's largest steel arch bridges. Completed in 1962, it is an important link in the Inter-American Highway. South of the bridge is the Pacific anchorage, where the Atlantic to Pacific transit ends. Here, the canal pilot returns command of the ship to the master, and new techniques developed to put ships through faster and with greater safety. Careful planning has been the keynote throughout the construction and operating defense of the canal, and outlined the final chapter for United States participation in this historic venture. At the time these new treaties went into effect, on October 1st, 1979, Panama assumed full jurisdiction over what had been the great wonder of the world, will forever remain a symbol of the courage, determination, and vision of those who moved the earth to...
No, it's like this, it's alright, isn't it? Days enough as well. I couldn't spend a week.
We are now leaving Balboa.
No.
The America's Bridge, formerly called
See the car's quite
Thatcher
clear
Bridge.
on with the
Yeah.
glasses.
We will have Fujimori to the year 2005. Our main exports go from the harbor, from Callao. 50% of exports are mining products. Gold, silver, metal, copper, 40 different metals are minerals are exported from Paracos groups. A very interesting colonial and we are driving to Pachacamac, sort of Mecca, a sort of Vaticano, an independent organization. This year, and temperatures are higher than usual, and because of that, the rains too, because usually the deserts, the dry weather, we have no rain. It is due to the confronting that problem, rains on the desert. But Lima, luckily till now, we didn't have much rain. Lima is very lucky because in front of Lima there are two islands, you saw them from the boat, and branches of the cold ocean current come and touch those islands, ceremonies, and they buried their dead. And recently, a few months ago, archaeologists make a big discovery just in one residential section of Lima, skies over Lima. But no rainfall at all. Maybe a drizzle fog in Mexico, and then we produce some 70 tons of gold a year. Changes El Niño, the warm current brings. We will drive by the coast. The exclusive bathing areas are south of Lima, north. but by Lima they are trying to gain some land. So at the moment they are building piers and throwing material, construction material, to the coast. That's why it's not so very clean in this part, because they are trying to gain some land from the old. No rain at all. But that is on the coast, by the coast, because 40 kilometers fissures, there are lakes of the Andes, rain, so the 8 million people of Lima get water from. It shines the sun the year around. The most expensive areas of Lima are on the sunny side. Part of Lima is on the sunny, on top of those cliffs here left. Children go to school 6 years, primary school, compulsory. Then they have 5 years secondary school, and then they get prepared to go to the universities. And children have holidays from Christmas on, and this area is named Chorrillos.
Weather is grey, apparently all the year round.
You need a flash, do you? It's just so nice.
Sit on the wall. Look this way. Quick.
Human settlement, people living there. In the past, the name was Barriadas, but later was changed to Pueblos Jóvenes, young towns, young villages. But today, they themselves, they have chosen the name, the Asentamientos Humanos. And some 40% of people of Lima live on these asentamientos.
This is the Inca ruins, the second largest in the country.
About her baby, no? It's in order built by the Incas, but probably they have used an older building before. 1532 was the conquest, and the records we have usually they date from the 17th century, some 60 years later. So the first-hand documents are lost. What we have as records from the Inca Kingdom were made later. At least 60 years later are the first chronicles. And this is the Temple of the Moon. Was fully reconstructed 1930s. But that stony part we see in the low part in front of us is discovered only 1960. That was covered by sand, and that was not much renewed, not touched. But the mud brick section was totally remade 1930s, and it is the place where the famous weavers, the women who were in charge of the textiles, live. And probably on the niches they place the mummies, the dead, to be prepared to be not mummified but to be dry, to be prepared for the burials. And there are 3 sites that the sun god. Inca. This, the Temple of the Sun and this Temple of the Moon were Inca, built on the time of the Incas. But the other deposits, they were communal places where, because there are silos where they could storage food inside, and they were maybe communal places, probably on that patio over by sand. Spaniards said they came to the city by a well-planned road. Workers who work in the valley, because that some people believe they were palaces. And we are approaching to the big complexes of Pachacamac and the Sun Temple. Millions of bricks built by people who came to the festivities, and they make bricks we saw at the museum. But later came the Incas, and to show that they brought a much important god, they built a higher pyramid on top, the Temple of the Sun. But maybe using an ancient building, and probably all of these buildings were built where important events happened in the past, maybe the upper classes. So down on the grounds by the temple you see holes. These were two earthquake in the 70s, 1970. Yes, these are the answers. Maybe these buildings had the facades fronting that plaza, but the Spaniards have destroyed that because they wanted to teach the faith, and they saw that people came from far away with presents for these temples.
Brave going up there. That's quite a step.
It was good.
Yes. Nice and cool up there, I should think.
So I've done my workout for the day. I can eat another cake now.
Oh, you feel, yeah, good for you. Yeah, that's it is, yes. You get a wonderful view up in the tree.
I don't think so, because you've got like the track there. There's obviously agricultural boats.
Yeah, I just can't make out what that is.
It might be like scarecrows. They might have some crop they're growing and they're using something like a scarecrow effect.
Yeah, that's a point, isn't it? I nearly walked across there.